a real honor to introduce our newest master trader. Um, this is a gentleman that is a 15-year Wall Street veteran, ladies and gentlemen. He has really been a blessing and trained thousands of people in the trading world and helped so many people win, helped so many people learn how to trade as a part-time venture, some as a full-time opportunity. He is one of the first, and if not the only African Americans to have a publicly traded company on Wall Street, to be a listing director for that publicly traded company on Wall Street. Someone who's literally earned tens of millions of dollars mastering his craft as a trader. And then last but not least, ladies and gentlemen, out of everybody in the world, they chose Dr. Cole over at Nadex. He is the exclusive trainer for Nadex, and this is where he's shared his link. We'll share it again in the chat. But for those of you who have not set up your Nadex account, we'll put it in the chat. If somebody can put that in the chat for me, that would be awesome. And you guys, we get some special spreads with this link. But more importantly, we're looking to have Nadex as maybe a sponsor of Blueprint Worldwide, because Dr. Cole, being our master, so he's their exclusive trainer, and I'm going to turn it over to you, sir.
Man, I appreciate the intro. How everybody doing? Y'all excuse my voice a little bit. I've been traveling for almost 24 hours. I'm over here in Dubai right now, and it's 6:24 in the afternoon on Wednesday, and I am jet lagged like crazy, but I wouldn't miss this opportunity for anything in the world. So at 9:30, we're gonna walk through the Nadex one trade per day. I'm gonna explain it. And then before I hop off, we'll take about 5 to 10 minutes. And if you all have any questions, I'll answer your questions. Just make sure you have access to your microphone, hit the raise hand tab, and we'll go from there. So we got about 6 minutes until the open. I'm on the 1 minute time frame. Okay. What I look for at 9:30 when the market opens at 9:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Okay. And what I'm looking for is the first 60 seconds of trading. Okay, the first 60 seconds of trading, which is my most important support and resistance levels of the day. Okay. And from there, I'm able to make an informed trading decision that allows me to put the probabilities in my favor on a daily basis. And you all are going to be able to do the exact same thing just by following the blueprint. As you can see, looking at my trading view chart and platform here, trading view is just a charting platform. Depending on who you trade with or what brokerage you're set up, you can also, trading view is compatible for some market execution, the ability to actually execute the orders in the market as well. But the blueprint technology, as you can see over here, in the upper left-hand corner, you can see these green and blue boxes and these dashed lines. This is the blueprint edge and the blueprint targets and manipulation. So those of you who are in tier 2, tier 3, tier 4, you all are going to have access to this exclusive software. And obviously, we're going to have training and education to go alongside it to show you how to maximize its potential for sure. But exciting time. Everybody here, you all are in the right place. If you ever wanted to trade before, whether you're a complete novice, or you have some trading experience, whether you trade options, forex, futures, stocks, etc. This software, our training, our education is compatible for all markets.
I got to tell you, Dr. Cole, I love to see that blueprint edge up there in the corner. And it is an edge, man. You know, when you shared that with us this past weekend, it's a really cool edge to have if you want to become a master trader or do this on a part-time basis or even full-time basis. It's truly an edge. And I'm grateful that you already had this technology in place. And so for those of you who are in tier 2, tier 3, and tier 4, man, are you absolutely fortunate to be able to use this. And, you know, just as a tool, just as a real tool to assist you and assist us in learning. So I'm super excited about it as well.
Yeah, me as well. And man, you know, this Nadex, I put it out in the Blueprint Discord yesterday going into 2024. I'm going to be adding an additional component to the Nadex one trade per day as well. That's really going to help take everybody's trading to the next level. All right, so we got a little over a minute before the market opens up for us.
So just to be clear, for everybody that wants to be able to participate in the one trade per day, they would just need to set up an account with their broker of choice.
If they want to participate in the one trade a day, they need to set up an account with Nadex. So I think you all sent out the Nadex link that's specifically affiliated with myself and the Blueprint organization. They just set up an account there, and they can follow along. Salim, if you sent over your name, I think Buana and the team sent over a form or something for those of you who already had Nadex accounts. I know I've gotten several people already that I've sent over to Nadex. You won't see a change in your platform. You probably won't get an email notification or anything, but if you send it over to the support or whatever team one and the rest of the team advise you to, you'll be situated and good to go. All right, so here we go. We get 9:30. This is our 1 minute candle. We got a few seconds before it closes. Okay. All right, so this is my 9:30 candle here. This was my first 60 seconds of trading. Okay. So what I look for is the high of the candle and what the low of the candle. Okay. This is my first this is my most important support and resistance level of the day. Okay. And I simply take this 9:30 candle and I put a box around the top and the bottom of it, and I just stretch it across the screen here. Okay. Now, this is what we call our opening range bracket. Okay. Opening range bracket. Okay. Most important support and resistance of the day. Okay. The high and the low of the first 60 seconds of trading. Okay. Now that I have my opening range bracket, okay, I have a high of 47.0125, and I have a low of 46.9875. Okay, so if you have a pen and notebook, right, you just write that down. Okay, I got a low of 46.9875, and I have a high of 47.0125. Okay. Now, what do? I go over to my Nadex platform. Okay, go to my Nadex platform. I'm looking at the S&P. I just found my opening range bracket, or my first 60 seconds of trading on the S&P 500. Okay, so when I open up my Nadex platform, I click on binary options, click on indices, and US 500. US 500 is your S&P 500. Okay, and then I go down here and click on daily 4:15 p.m. What does this mean? This means that the contract that I'm trading, or the option that I'm trading, is going to close at 4:15 p.m. Okay. And you see over here, I got 6 hours and 41 minutes to expiration. Click on that. Okay. Okay, it logged me out. Don't worry, I'm going to log right back in. All right, everybody can see my Nadex. Give me a Y in the chat box if you can. All right, good. Okay. Indices, US 500 daily 4:15 p.m. Okay. And I click on that. Okay. Right now, the market is trading at 47.01 and some change. Okay. What am I interested in? What option contracts am I interested in? The one immediately above our opening range bracket and the one immediately below, right? So I'm just going to click on this 47.01. It's going to pull me up a chart. Okay. In my high, is 47.0125, and my low is 46.9875. Okay. So these right here, these little blue and red boxes here are the option contracts that's available. Okay. Now, if I mark out 47.01, that's roughly there. And if I mark out 46.9875, that's somewhere in the neighborhood here. Okay. So what I'm interested in, I'm only interested in the contracts that are immediately above my opening range bracket. Okay. Because this will be my equivalent to my opening range bracket. Okay. And I'm interested in the contract directly below my opening range bracket. And I'm interested in the contract immediately below my opening range bracket. So everything else I can completely forget about. Okay. Once I found my opening range bracket, once I found my first 60 seconds of trading, okay, I focused on the option contract immediately above my opening range bracket and immediately below my opening range bracket. Okay. And what I'm looking for is the first push, or the first direction out of the opening range bracket. Okay. If our first push of the day is to the upside, okay, out of the opening range bracket, then I'll look to target or to sell the contract below the opening range bracket. Okay. So if the first push is above the opening range bracket, I want to sell the contract below the opening range bracket. Okay. If the first push from the opening range bracket is to the downside, then I'll look to do what? Buy the contract that's immediately what? Above. Okay. So we're literally just establishing the first 60 seconds, and we're seeing if the first push or the first move or the first wave of the market is above the opening range bracket or if it's below the opening range bracket. If that makes sense, if that's simple enough, give me a Y in the chart in the chat box. Pretty simple, pretty straightforward, right? All right, so let's take a look back at our opening range bracket. Okay, I'm going back to trading view. I'm looking at my opening range bracket, and our first move of the day, was it above the opening range bracket or was it below the opening range bracket? Above. Okay, it was above the opening range bracket. Okay, first move of the day was above the opening range bracket. Okay, so I go to my Nadex platform and I do what? I find my contract that's below the opening range bracket. And do I want to buy or do I want to sell this contract? Good, Barbara. Good, Mark. I want to sell it. Okay. If the first move is up, I want to sell below. Okay. So I go over here and I click on my contract and you had a choice between buy or sell. I want to sell it. Okay. Right now, okay, my maximum loss potential is $42 and my maximum profit potential is $48. Okay. Now, my maximum loss should not exceed $40. Okay. My maximum loss should not exceed $40. Okay. So how do I fix this? Because right now my maximum loss is 42 bucks. Hit the plus sign over here. And now my max loss is what? 40 bucks. And my max profit is 60 bucks. And I simply place the order. Okay. I simply place the order. So when you go into your order ticket, okay, let me just back up for a second. You see me post the trade inside of the Discord, okay, and you see my order ticket. My order ticket, I might have a max loss of $36 or $32 or $38, right? It may vary. You don't have to have the exact number that I have on my order ticket, okay? What is important is once you go and click sell, okay, once you go and click sell, that your max loss is $40 or less, okay? So once you click sell, if your order or your max loss is $40 or less, then you just simply hit place order, okay? If it's above 40, in this instance, 42.50, I want to put in a limit order by hitting the plus sign over here until my max loss reads $40, and then I hit place order. Does that make sense? Okay, simple enough. All right, place order, and We done for the day, and we simply wait for the market to close at 4:15 p.m. And ladies and gentlemen, that is literally all there is to it for your one trade a day. Okay. Now, let me explain what's actually happening. Okay. We're selling this 46.89 contract, right? The one that's below the opening range bracket. And what we're literally betting on is by 4:15 p.m. Eastern Standard Time that the market is going to finish below 46.89. Okay, because we sold 46.89. Okay. And if the market finishes below 46.89, then we'll collect a profit of $60 to our account immediately. Okay. So when we're choosing our contract, we're betting that price is going to finish below or above whatever this contract price is. Does that make sense? If it makes sense, give me a Y in the chat box. All right, perfect. Well, listen, I text Juana this morning. I literally have my 12-year-old daughter execute the Nadex trades. It's nothing more to it, nothing less to it than what I explained. What we're doing on a daily basis is trading market behavior based on statistical probabilities of the market consistently moving a certain type of way day in and day out ever since the stock market crash of 1929. Okay. Those of you who are going to be a part of tier 2, tier 3, tier 4, this is foundational when it comes to setting up your daily trading plan when it comes to trading the market. Okay. All right, let me open up the floor for questions. But yes, every Sunday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time is going to be a trading plan class. And essentially what that is, you all will get the opportunity to be live with me, ask questions, look over my shoulder as I prepare for my trading week. Okay, trading is not a hobby for me. This is a full-time profession. I manage millions of dollars, other people's capital, my own capital. So this preparation is key to what I do day in and day out during the week. And if it's something that you're serious about, whether turning into a part-time income, full-time income, or creating or owning your own hedge fund, this is absolutely the most important part of trading. So all tiers have had an opportunity to participate in that call every Sunday. As I do my homework for the week, you all will have a inside look into how I prepare and how I actually go about doing my homework for the upcoming week.
Yeah. Hey, Dr. Cole, how you doing?
Good. How you doing?
I'm doing good. Doing good. Hey,
Good.
couple of questions on the opening here. How far into the open do you wait after 9:30 before you make a decision to go long or short?
So essentially what I look for is just a move that gives me a close above or below the opening range bracket. So this move higher here, this close here at 47.0375 was enough for me to go ahead and take the trade opportunity.
Got it. Got it. And then the second question is that $40 maximum, that's per contract, and is that based on your balance and your account? Like how many do you?
Yeah, that's based on, that's per contract. So every contract that you trade with Nadex equates to $100. So that's why if you risk 40, you'll make 60. If you were trading 2 contracts, it'll be an $80 risk with $120 return. So that's based off of every contract having a value of $100.
And how much of your balance would you risk on those options?
From a percent standpoint?
Yeah.
Size for Nadex is $250. So if you have an account of $1,000 or less in your Nadex, you should only be trading one contract at a time.
Sure. And if it's more than that, though, would you trade 1%, 2% on a single trade, or
if it's more than that, roughly it's around 4% per trade.
I have a basic question on the bar on the candle itself.
Okay.
Those candles, there's a thin line. Which part of that candle is the thick part? The thin line is included with the candle. Just where does the candle?
You saying when I mark the high and the low?
Yes, sir.
Yep. So you want the entire candle. Okay. So the entire candle. So let's go through that real quick. Okay. So like let's take this candle that just formed, right? This one right here. Okay.
Okay.
It's a green candle, which lets me know that this candle finished higher. Okay.
Okay.
The bottom of the candle, or the thick part of the candle, is called or the body of the candle. Okay. This is where price open. Okay. Where the thick part in is where price closed. Okay.
Okay.
Now the thin part, which you're referring to, is also called a wick. Okay. Price traded here. It traded as low as there, and it traded as high as here. Okay. So when I'm marking my opening range bracket, I want the highest point that it traded and the lowest point that it traded.
Okay. Gotcha.
Okay.
Gotcha. Thank
Yep.
you. Appreciate
Yep.
it.
No problem.
I just have a quick question, mostly from my team, as it regards to the folks who are in tier 2, 3, or 4. Looking forward to starting that class next week. When it comes to TradingView, do you have a preference for a data provider for S&P 500 E-mini futures? So that way we could get the candles in real time so they'll match. And then also, my second question to add on that, we need to have a specific tier of TradingView to be able to have the indicators of the Blueprint Edge when we download?
Nope. So you just need the basics subscription for TradingView, and I think it's called a CME bundle for real-time data feed. And I think it's like $9 a month or something like that.
Perfect. Thank you.
But it'll give you all the markets. It's definitely what you're gonna need from a foundational standpoint. But even those who gonna participate with me in tier 3, tier 4, who's gonna be working with me a little more intimate, all of that'll suffice. Even when we start looking at stocks and options and different things and other future contracts.
Perfect. Thank you.
Yep. Thank you.
I have a question. So with the S&P 500, I noticed that you use that in a lot of your when you're showing us like, the opening range bracket and you're teaching on that. Does this strategy work for other indices? Or do you just, use this one because maybe it's like more consistent in its movement?
Good question. No, it absolutely works on other indices. And as you advance through the tier 2, tier 3, tier 4, showing you how it works across multiple indices and being able to compare these movements against one another is actually going to give you an additional edge in the market. But NASDAQ, Russell, Dow, the same rules, same principles apply.
Okay. That was my main question. Thank you.
All right. No problem. You're welcome.
My question is, you were showing how to lower your max loss, and you said something about pressing the plus sign. And I was just trying to figure that out. But for each time I press it, I think I'm only seeing the size.
Okay, so make sure that you are pressing the plus size on the price and not the size.
Okay.
And if you don't see the price, make sure you have limit and not market. So
Oh,
order
okay.
type, make sure you select limit. And then
Okay.
it'll give you, then you can change the price and the size.
All right, thanks. I think
Yep.
I had it on market. Thanks.
All right, no problem.
Good morning. Thank you very much for doing this, everybody. I appreciate this. My question is did you actually place that order, and where does it show, like when it fills, this can fill at any moment if it drops or if it's short. Where is it showing on your graph there, your order?
So my order won't show in my graph. My order will just show up in recent orders. It won't show up on it doesn't show up on my graph. Yep, and typically I'm only doing this on a laptop for the sake of giving you all example, but I don't trade Nadex on the computer at all. I do 100% of Nadex directly from my phone. You place the order, and then there's a tab for recent orders or current orders, and you'll see that order working there once it's executed.
Got it. Thank you.
Yep, no problem. Thank you. All right, I think that's all the questions. I think I appreciate everybody for taking the time out this morning. Like I say, we got several announcements coming up in the next few days as it pertains to the Trading Academy. Okay. Thank you all for your time, and I will see you all next call. Enjoy your day.